You wanted to talk about taxes, Patrick.
Well, if we pull up the chart on when we see taxes, I mean, this particular chart was shining a light on just how high taxes are in BC, British Columbia, BC, bring cash. That's always the joke around British Columbia. But ultimately, we look at taxes, and it's nothing more than to shine a light on that, how high taxes really are in Canada. And because this is, income tax, and that is not even related to the HST, the GST, that's all added on top of that, and that we pay, and the tax that we pay on tax when it comes to gas. And, it really is, I think, a strong argument for why people can be very annoyed. There's also the inflation that is part of that tax, because we're now paying more tax on inflated prices. And so at the end of the day, it can be very, very frustrating, I think, for the average individual. And this is one of the reasons that, when we look at investing in real estate, how do we actually create that future income? How do we actually up our even our current income if we get into like UJG, where we're actually building or developing something? The point is that real estate does play into that conversation, and it's one of the reasons that we actually invest in real estate. And from a tax consequences point of view, when you're working with an investor-focused accountant, it gives us the opportunity to actually maybe save on some taxes legitimately and put an actual tax plan together. Because given what's going on, I don't see taxes getting lower. It's kind of like condo fees. I've never got a phone call from anybody in the REIN community saying, "Hey, Patrick, you won't believe this. My condo fees went down." Wow. No, it never happens. And I think that's what's like taxes.
I do. I want to say this about taxes, though, for sure, which is this comes 100% from my dad, which I'm so grateful. But, listen, I hate paying taxes just like everybody else. I mean, I pay my fair share, trust me. But the fact is what's cool about Canada's tax system is as much as we think it's unfair and as much as we have opinions on the tax system, there is a very clear-cut tax system, and there's a very clear box to play in. And I got to say, Patrick, and listen, you and I and a lot of REIN members, and this is one of the reasons we invest in real estate, is because if you learn the system and play within the system, there's a lot of ways to maximize your income without paying a lot of extra taxes. And if you just kind of have a straight up JOB and you're just paying maximum tax rates, there's a lot better ways to do it, is what I got to say, Patrick. And I think that there's a lot of people don't understand that is you don't have to just sit there and take it. There's a system for you to investigate, and there's a system for you to play within. And if you do it right, you can make a big difference.
Yeah, and I as much as I complain about paying taxes, to the degree I complain, I'm also enjoying what the taxes give me when it comes to infrastructure in the streets we drive on. If I have my complaint actually isn't about paying tax, it's what our government then decides to do with our tax money. That's the real issue for me, is that how are those how is that tax revenue allocated? And that's where the frustration lives for me personally, and I'm sure many others.
Yeah, 100%. One thing that I do, again, just for real estate investors, if you're watching the show, because it's a real estate investing show, and you see the benefits, or you're thinking, should I invest in real estate? There are significant tax benefits, Patrick, to investing in real estate. It opens up the door to tax write-offs and to legit, and by the way, all 1,000% legitimate, all within the box the government provides you. This could be a game changer for a lot of people, especially whether you're high income earning or not. It makes a big difference. So.